Nate Stevenson, the first boy in this group. You the man. Bright and early, I'm kicking your butt tomorrow, dude. Bright and early. Caden Wolf, everybody here. We got some cool stuff for you guys today. Greg Banker, man, you're the man, Greg. I remember getting my ass whooped. Wrestling practice, the good old days. Brody, Lindsay, man, we're getting everybody. I love it. I love it. Man, I love these running hats, but they fit like I'm a European freaking backpacker. Like, what the hell? I freaking love it, but I look like I'm walking down the highway trying to hitchhike with this thing. Golly. Sky, Matt Paxton Miller, Bennick, I like it. Man, I took a couple days to decompress a little bit from the fight, but what I'll tell you right now that I just am getting to, there's some big stuff on the horizon, as big as what we just did. So that's just for another day. But man, I took 2 days to decompress. We got a 3-hour time change from Puerto Rico, and it was the best experience I've ever had in my life, and probably the best experience I'll ever have in my life. How do I go about this the best? The best way to do it. Hands down, the best experience I've ever had in my life, guys. The support, the everything from day one. Well, obviously it goes by too quick, and it was, amen. I love it. It was, an experience like we'll never have ever again. However, there's a difference between the outcome that you want, right? And the performance. Okay. So the outcome is black or white. It's a win or a loss. Okay. The performance, you can still win or you can still lose and have the performance that you want to have. And so, this whole live is going to be kind of an update on how it went, what happened, the behind the scenes stuff that nobody knows, the behind the scenes stuff that you don't know unless you're in the locker room and Jake Paul's team comes in and talks to you. That kind of stuff. You don't know behind the scenes until Jake Paul, Logan Paul, and all them are right in your face talking to you personally, right? So having said that, overall, the experience is crazy. I want to go get dinner. There's a private driver in a blacked out Escalade. He has to take me. I want to go get coffee for my wife. He has to pick me up. I go for a run. They need to know where we're at. So hats off to MVP, Most Valuable Promotions. I'm telling you right now, they're going to be the biggest and most sought after promotion in professional boxing ever. There's nobody close. They take care of you. They take care of the fighters. The logistics that go behind it, guys. If we would have had to pay for our hotel rooms that we stayed at that Marriott there for 5 days, it would have been almost $6,000. $6,000. The experience is crazy. So you guys got the updates from the press conference, the weigh-ins, everything was great. And for the people that watched and the people that supported us and did all that stuff, I can't thank you guys enough. And obviously it wasn't the performance or the outcome that we wanted. And I'll say all of this with trying to set my bias aside as much as possible, and I have a little bit of evidence behind it to actually incur that statement. So first off, the stadium is sold out. It's packed, it's crazy, it's nuts. And Rhino, he handled it with grace. He handled it amazingly. You can't buck that guy's, you can't get into his head. You can't get under his skin. I went in there and I've never been in a situation like that. And I mean, we've sold out the BAC here in Dickinson, just down the road. We've sold that out, but it's nothing like this. You go in there and on live TV, on the pay-per-view, for everybody that saw me, you saw me from the waist up. From the waist up, you saw me. From the waist down, I don't know if you've ever had your legs shake uncontrollably and you can't do anything about it. That's what was happening. So when wrestlers, when they warm up, they kind of pace back and forth. I had to pace back and forth because my legs were shaking. They were quivering. And so, yeah, Kaylin, just having the opportunity to do this is amazing. And I appreciate that comment. I'm going to get to that. So listen up here. And so we go into the fight, and we knew that Jake Paul was going to come out swinging in the first round, okay? And till this day, I don't care what anybody says, I have the data to back this up. To this day, if that fight goes to round 7 or 6, 7, and 8, Rhino wins that fight 6, 7, and 8. And for one reason only. That doesn't mean he's a more talented boxer. That doesn't mean he's a more talented athlete. It means he has grit like I've never seen in my life, but he has conditioning better than anybody I've ever seen. He killed all of my conditioning tests. All the high athletes, Jay Liggins, who played for the NFL, all my professional bullfighters, Troy Berg, the best North Dakota wrestler that has been here in a long time. Plenty of data points, and he came off the couch and crushed everybody's conditioning test. So it's unfortunate that this happened in the first round. So what I'm saying here, we thought that the referee called the fight early. And I've seen hundreds of people that have said the same thing to me personally. But I'm biased. So I can't just say that and say, hey, they called it early and all this. That's not me. They called it early, but I don't know if that would have changed the outcome of the fight. Me setting aside my bias, right? We knew all the cards were stacked against us. He's younger, he's stronger, he had a bigger fight camp. We had 8 weeks to knock off 5 years of retirement. Rhino was retired for 5 years. We had 8 weeks to knock off the dust. We did our best, and I mean, his schedule was crazy. I commented on it, and I made a post on it today. Go look at that post. Monday through Saturday, he spent over 130 hours with me individually, 6 days a week. So we as a team thought that they called it early, and the reason is Rhino went down. He should have got his 10 seconds, and then he came back to the corner completely coherent. As you could see my dumbass mustache, completely coherent, ready to rock and roll. And it sucks, right? It sucks, but there's nothing you can do about it. Hey, my boy Rhino just joined. There's nothing we can do about it. The opportunity in itself, phenomenal. Absolutely just amazing. And we talked to the promotion, and everybody thought the same thing. However, the experience as a whole will be unlike anything that you can ever imagine. I got to not only experience that, but I gained to me, a best friend in Rhino. He's one of the most genuine, trustworthy, honest, caring individuals you can ever think of. And the big thing when we got out of that fight, the big thing he was worried about is disappointing other people. So it tells you a lot about that. Like, he just went through a grueling ass fight with a very talented boxer, and he wasn't worried about himself. He wasn't worried about the gash on his eye. He wasn't worried about anything else. He was worried about what people, letting people down. So that tells you guys a lot. And the support was felt from afar, from everybody. That it was amazing to see. And so, we thank you guys for that. But hats off to MVP. Rhino has been a part of a lot of different promotions, and I think I could speak for him, but the magnitude of this promotion is unlike anything else. Like, there's nothing like it. And MVP is going to do great things. And the cool thing, and everybody asks me this all the time, before the fight, obviously they're building hype, they're building pay-per-views, they're building this hype behind the fight, and obviously they have to put on a show. Jake Paul saying, I'm absolutely effing dialed, doing all these stupid stuff, wearing the chicken suit, doing all the stupid stuff that he would do, right? After the fight, and talking to his team leading up to the fight, some of the most awesome people, they're just normal people. Like, you put a camera and millions of dollars in front of people, it's going to change what they do, right? So you put all this money and this fame and this recognition and all this shit in front of people, it's going to change what they do. Behind the scenes, behind the curtains, in the locker room, before the fight, after the fight, all this stuff, they're normal people, dude. They're great people. Coach Larry Wade, their strength coach, absolute dog. I talked crap to him before the fight. We were straight. His boxing coach, I forgot his name, but Coach Mario actually boxed or coached him. Amazing dude. Has ties to small town South Dakota. Just genuine people. And so hats off to the Paul family. Hats off to all those guys. But I can't say it enough that the the support was well felt, dude, all the way in Puerto Rico, dude. So, the cool thing behind the scenes that not a lot of people get to see, Juana Walton, he had a draw in a very contested boxing match, and Juana Walton is very talented. Juana Walton is gonna be a part of the future of boxing. And so it's really cool to meet those people. Got to sit down and have lunch with Juana. And he's just a normal cat, dude. You put money and millions of dollars in people's hands, it's going to change what they are. So, in the future, there's big opportunities always everywhere, right? Just be on the lookout. But, I thank you guys for everything, because from us as a fight team, our number one priority is Rhino in winning the fight and having the performance that we wanted to have, right? Like, that's the number one thing. So outside of that, I'm healthy, my family's healthy, Rhino's family's healthy, the whole team's healthy. That's all that matters. It was a huge stage. It was all this. And the thing that and this is where I might get a little bit vocal and might piss some people off, and pardon my language, it's just who I am. The armchair, the Monday morning quarterbacks on all of this are astronomical. I know people personally that I cross paths with personally on a daily basis, coming up to me and saying stuff, or not even saying stuff to my face and saying it behind the scenes, that are 70 pounds overweight, drink beer every single night, and talk about their high school glory days. So let's just have you keep on talking about your high school glory days while we get to work and we do the things that we need to do. Because people don't see the behind the scenes. They see, hey, Ryan Borland is fighting Jake Paul, big hype, all this stuff. You don't see all this shit in the inside. You didn't see the 6 days a week. You didn't see the 2-hour spars every day. You didn't see the hour and a half 5 days a week with me. You didn't see 4 days a week having 8 to 10 mile runs. You didn't see the saunas. You didn't see the ice baths. You didn't see the massage. You didn't see the chiropractic. You don't see all that stuff. So just keep sitting in your chair, talking about the glory days, typing on your keyboard, and thinking you know what you're talking about when you have a zero idea what you're talking about. Was it the most best performance, the best thing, everything about the fight? No, it wasn't. And that's life, dude. Jake Paul is a freaking talented cat who cut down from 230 pounds down to this weight. Rhino gives up 2 weight classes, 5 years of retirement. And guess what? All that stuff is just excuses, right? But it's relevant. And so if people are going to Monday morning quarterback this, like, go kick rocks, dude, because you have no idea what went into all this. Like, the amount of planning, the amount of stuff behind the scenes, the injuries, dealing with that, doing all the training, all the sparring, flying out sparring partners, flying out coaches, putting your life on hold. Like, it's not like Rhino's just this single dude and can do whatever he wants. Like, he's a married cat. He has a family. He's doing these things. And so, just keep Monday morning quarterback, keep being a Twitter finger warrior, and we'll do big things while you talk about your glory days and you think that you should have got All-State in wrestling because you lost a match. Like, keep talking about your glory days. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. And that's as vocal as I'll get about it, because I know people personally that talked about it. It is what it is, dude. They're not the ones putting their life on the line. They're not the ones spending an hour and a half, 5 days a week with one of the best boxers out there, right? So keep doing your thing, keep eating your pizza, keep drinking your beer, and we'll keep doing big things. So is there any questions about the experience? Because I can't tell you how much money is behind this. Like, it's astronomical. There's millions of dollars behind just getting a team out there. Is there any questions like, how's Jake Paul? How's this? How's that? Anything out there? I would tell you right now, just from getting to see him before the fight and after the fight, Jake is a normal dude. Logan is still kind of a bitter guy. He's just a different cat. I think he's jealous of Jake because Jake is so talented, man. he's very good. We had our back against the wall, all these things that lined up to where we're at, and we did everything right, dude. So Mario, his boxing coach, just joined, and Mario said the same thing. Like, Mario came out, and when you're trying to find a strength coach for a fight like this, or a boxing coach, or whoever, like, you want to make sure it's perfect, right? Like, you want to make sure. And Mario showed up the first day. After the first day, he's like, I trust this dude. Like, I don't need to show up every day. I trust this dude. I would have thought it would be the complete opposite way around. And I thought the same thing, Kaylee Page. I was like, Jake just puts on this show, right? Like, he just puts on this show, but he's strategically putting on a show just for views. And you get him off camera, you get him by himself. Like, after the fight, Rhino went and congratulated him, said thank you, all this stuff. Like, he's cordial. But Logan is just not. And I think what is very telling, Kaylee Page, I'll tell you this right now. Do you remember when Logan Paul called out George Janko on his podcast for his religion? And he bastardized Christianity and said, like, I don't need to believe in your beliefs, and you need to quit talking about it. And I think your beliefs are irrelevant and all these things. And then he comes back and apologizes and says, I'm sorry, I found the Lord. That first statement is what he is about, in my opinion. Like, can there be forgiveness? Can there be some people that change? 100%. And the glory of God, the power of God is amazing. But it feels like he's very jealous, and he's very, he wants that limelight because it's his brother, right? He's jealous. Have you ever seen those videos? About 4 fights ago, they got videos of Logan after every time Jake won. In all those videos, he's just straight face, not jumping, not clapping, not yelling, not happy. After those videos were posted, he then is the biggest and loudest in the crowd, yelling. And it's like, is that just because you got caught that you didn't support your own brother? Possibly. So what I'm saying here, Mario, he's still in here. Before I got on that rant, you want everything to be perfect with everything that you do. And I'll tell you this now, Mario has more experience than many boxing coaches in the world. And so people can think like, man, these guys didn't put a lot of work into it. These guys didn't do these things. And it's like, go kick rocks, dude. This was the best fight camp and fight team that we could have had possible. And money aside, we did this money aside. We're not talking like, oh, we only can do X amount. No, throw everything on hold. We're going towards a mission. And so it's unfortunate that we couldn't get into the later rounds because, as I said at the start of this, I put my name on this. I put my reputation on this. Round 6, 7, and 8, Rhino would shine every time. I've had every single conditioning test blown out of the water by that dude. 6, 7, and 8, those are his rounds. So it's really cool to see. But thank you guys very much. It was an experience unlike any other. And I hope someday that all of you can get some type of experience like that. It'll be something I remember forever. And a big thing, tomorrow, we are releasing tomorrow's Friday, so Saturday. On Saturday, we are releasing the documentary of behind the scenes of the whole fight week. So the entire fight week, we did all we could. I will say again, the ref stopped the fight too soon. 100%. So this is Rhino's boxing coach. After the fight, so if Coach Mario and I say that they stopped the fight early, we're biased, right? Like, we have some type of bias because we want the best for Rhino. However, when the promotion and Jake Paul's team says that they stopped it early, they don't have bias. Their bias is towards Jake. So when that happens, you have to start asking questions, and that's what happened. Jake's team thought they called it early. We thought he called it early. That is neither here nor there, right? I hope that could have changed the outcome of the fight, but we never know. So as I was saying, on Saturday, I'm releasing the documentary of the entire behind the scenes. This is a professional production. I have a professional editor. The only thing not professional about it is my stupid camera work. Okay. So we have from day one flying into Puerto Rico until after the fight. We have footage from live on the ring floor, and all the training that led up to getting Rhino to the fight while in Puerto Rico. This documentary goes live on Saturday. It will be released on my YouTube channel. Mario's in it, Jake Paul's in it, Logan's in it, Rhino's in it, I'm in it, my wife's in it, the whole team. So that will go live Saturday. Something that would make my absolute day, guys, is if the 10 people, we just had 42 in here, if the 10 people that are in here right now would go to my YouTube page, subscribe, and watch that documentary on Saturday. It is going to be awesome. It's going to be such a cool thing to see, and something that my kids and all my friends' kids and my kids' kids will be able to watch. And Jake Paul will be 80 years old and we'll be kicking dirt, and they're going to be like, holy crap, they fought Jake Paul, or they fought Rhino. It's going to be something really cool. So my YouTube is Coach Wortman. Search Coach Wortman on YouTube. If you guys get a chance right after this live, search Coach Wortman, subscribe to it. It means a lot. We had 250 at the start of the year. We're at 350 now. It would be really, really cool if you guys could go subscribe. Go check it out. It's going to be on Saturday. The whole video will be done. Okay. If you want to see all behind the scenes, walking into a 25,000 sold out arena, private drivers, getting what it takes to get a boxer ready, the amount of work that it takes to get a boxer ready, it's really, really cool to see. Okay. So support the small people, right? You go look at Jake Paul's documentary, which is probably more production. It's costs more money and all that stuff. We're trying to do the best we can too. So support the people that are trying to help you personally instead of the people who are trying to sell you something, like those guys. Okay. So Saturday we will have that out. We will, I'll post it up on my YouTube. I'll post it up on my Instagram. And we thank you guys from the bottom of our heart, the whole team, Rhino, Mario, the families, the wives, the everything. That fight was the craziest experience that I will ever have in my life. And I'm thankful and proud to be even affiliated and become friends with Mario, with Rhino, his wife, the family, Carrie, the cut man, meet the family. There's no better and no more genuine people in the world, man. And I say that, I'm not a softie. I say that from the bottom of my heart. They're good damn people, and I'm not going to freaking cry on a live. So, everybody, documentary out this weekend. We will see you there. It'll be on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. We will see you there. Like and subscribe if you have not yet. Coach Wortman on YouTube. Right when I hit the X button here, Coach Wortman YouTube, like and subscribe. If you subscribe, it helps a ton. So we thank you guys. Nate Stevenson, all my guys, I will see you in the morning to kick your ass in the morning, bright and early. Peace.